Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. As we roll into Week 12 in our coverage of EA Sports College Football, these are the types of games that can help define your season. It's the BYU Cougars and the Louisville Cardinals. Restate the statement call again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, Louisville's head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, but he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Cardinals want to pick up the tempo.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to...
Caught, and he's got room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Sets his feet. It's Bachmeier. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Louisville!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bachmeier. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Got a man. It's Lyons. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
All right, and it all starts with a big bear. I mean, first of all, when your name is Bear, you're cooler than everyone else. But when you saw him come in as a freshman a year ago, big, strong, everybody debated his weight. Is he 220? Is he 230? Probably closer to 250. And you watched him as a freshman make play after play with his legs, throwing the football. Palmer, this is a guy, man, in this offense, in this system, he takes another step, and he's better passing the ball through the air. You better watch out for BYU.
I think you're right. I think expectations are a lot different in Provo this year because of what you just said. I think Bear Bachmeier kind of came out of nowhere a year ago, and all of a sudden you blinked, and they were 8-0, and at the end of the year they're playing the Big 12 championship game. He was just a freshman. He's had an outstanding offseason. The coaching staff already says he's digesting more of the playbook. They're going to be able to open it up a little bit more. He's going to play with more confidence, and if he stays healthy, BYU can win the conference and reach the playoff.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. The Cougars have their offense in high gear. Left side is Lions. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, BYU is a team that made it to the Big 12 title game a year ago. A big part of it was L.J. Martin and their ability running the football, but also what he was able to do catching it as well. Bachmeier back at quarterback, so this offense really expects to take the next step. But L.J. Martin, David, probably one of the better running backs in the country that maybe a lot of college football fans outside of the Big 12 don't really know about.
Yeah, I mean, he could catch it, he could make you miss, he could run you over. The injuries slowed him down a little bit a year ago. But another year of experience with Bear in the backfield, and that is a big Bear. That is a large Bear that can also run the football. Could be a great 1-2 punch that makes you pack a lunch and tackle some grown men for 60 minutes.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll give it to Brown. Swamped immediately.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Cardinals in the hurry up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Stopped right there.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires quickly. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set.
Booster.
That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this.
Makes the grab in their space. The 20. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. BYU lines up quickly. From the red zone, it's Martin. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back's got it on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. It can get frustrating chasing that quarterback, but you got to pull up. The roughing the passer penalty gives him the first down. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He stopped just inches short, had a good catch, tried to get it in, but was denied.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's third and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
On first down, it's Brown again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, they drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Martin. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Trying to get started. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Cardinals! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Man, you just can't put a point back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Escapes the pressure to his right. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here.
Wide open spaces. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right side, it's Lions. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Flip it out to the back on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout taken by BYU at second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll throw on third down. Escapes the pressure going right. Keeping his eyes downfield. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Finds his man on the RPO. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Touchdown, BYU! Meadow on the end zone. He's got it. Getting set for the point after. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 15 team, the UCF Knights. And it's the Cyclones with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return.
That'll cap off the regular season with a mark of 7-5 and a shot at a bowl. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Trying to beat the D deep. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Short pass. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Caught. He's down short of the line to gain. It'll bring up a 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They boot it away. And they'll just down it right there. The The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Lets it fly on the move. And the timing just a hair off. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Quarterback keeps it. Pass to 6. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense
makes a deep grab. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry up. Fresh set of downs going up top. Turns it upfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Let's see what he can do with the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Right down the middle. Holds on, it's Lions. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Defense in press coverage. In the red area, it's Martin. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that.
It's complete. Touchdown Cougars. And here they come almost all the way back. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. They'll go to the air. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. No reason reason to risk trying to field that one. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's changing the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Uncorks one. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Looking for room. He's going to get loose. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They're all over him. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Plows through the defense. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Takes a hit as he fires. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit, affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Rush right in his face. Out wide right, it's Phillips. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One-possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Run in the red zone. It's Brown. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal coming. They'll run with Brown. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cardinals. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of that one.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Straight ahead, it's Martin. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Wants to go up top on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to pass inside the red zone. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got the back over the middle. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point splits the uprights. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Handoff, Isaac Brown. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Timeout taken by BYU at second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get 1 first down. And, Palmer, they could run it. They could play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. One more play to pad the stats. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.